Were you raised to believe humility means staying quiet about your accomplishments, but now you are realizing that silence might be holding you back in the American workplace? You are not alone. Many of us were taught to let our work speak for itself. It's a beautiful value until it starts making your brilliance invisible. Today, I will share with you how to share your wins confidently without losing your cultural values. Because speaking about your value isn't pride, it is power. Hi, I am Marian Amwa, author of Breaking Through this book, The Immigrants Handbook for Thriving in the American Workplace. If you are new here, every week we unpack one chapter or a topic from my book and discuss how to navigate cultural differences with grace and wisdom. Last week, we talked about culture and respect. This week, we are diving into culture and confidence because sometimes the only thing standing between you and your next opportunity is your voice. Let me tell you a story. There is a Ghanaian proverb that says "Ahunzepa nkasa." This proverb is fancy, and we have it in Tree. "Ahunzepa nkasa" or "Ahundepa nkasa," which means quality beads don't make noise. And surprisingly, today I'm wearing beads, but that's beside the point. So growing up, that was how we were taught. We were taught humility, don't boast, don't blow your horn, let your good work speak for itself. Ahunzepa nkasa. It's a beautiful lesson in grace. But when I moved to the US, I discovered something. Silence doesn't always serve you, especially when you are job hunting, networking, or trying to get promoted. Because the truth is, if no one knows what you have done, how will they know what you are capable of? So it becomes humility versus visibility. For a long time, I struggled with this balance. At networking events, or when we're introducing ourselves to colleagues, new colleagues on our team, others would introduce themselves and talk confidently about their roles, their projects, their achievements. When it was my turn, I would smile and summarize everything, my work, in two short sentences. Inside me, something deep down, I knew my skills, I knew my results, I knew my value. But saying them out loud felt wrong. It wasn't pride holding me back, it was programming. Remembering Ahunzepa and Kasa, quality beats don't make noise, right? My culture had taught me to equate visibility with arrogance, some way, somehow. But here's the truth. Here is the truth. One, you can be humble and visible. Two, you can be respectful and confident. Yes. And three, you can be powerful without being proud. Remember these truths. One, you can be humble and visible. Two, you can be respectful and confident. And three, you can be powerful without being proud. Let me share a lesson from my workplace. When I began my first full-time job in the United States of America, in America, I also realized something quickly. The people who got noticed weren't always the loudest. No, they were not always the loudest, but they were the ones who could articulate their value clearly. They knew their value and they could articulate their value clearly. A colleague once said to me, "Marian, your work is amazing. Why don't you talk about it more?" That changed something in me, changed my mindset. It began to change my mindset. So I started saying things like, one of the projects I led increased efficiency by 20%. That's not bragging. That is reporting results. That's how humility and confidence can work together. You are not making noise, you are sharing impact. So the question is, how do you speak about your value gracefully, without seeming that you are proud or you are bragging? How do you do that? If you have struggled with self-promotion like I have, and I'm still working on it. It's breaking through. That's why the book is breaking through. Nobody has arrived. I have not arrived. So if you're struggling with self-promotion or how to talk about your work, how to talk about your accomplishments, how to talk about the things that you have done, here's a mindset shift. I just want you to remember that you are not bragging. You are not bragging at all. You are actually educating. You are actually telling your story of the things that you have done. So, there are a few things that you can do, the way you talk about your work. One, you can frame your statements around outcomes, what you've been able to achieve, right? Around outcomes, real outcomes, maybe behavior change. If you're, depending on where you're working, the things that you did that really brought about change, real meaningful change, impactful stuff. Number two, use gratitude language. I'm grateful I had the opportunity to do XYZ. That is gratitude language. I'm grateful I had the opportunity to serve on the board, to help the community get clean water. That is gratitude language. And number three, share results, not adjectives. Share results. So, for instance, you say our initiative helped raise awareness by 30%. Instead of things like I'm amazing, I'm great. That's when you're getting into that bragging arena. When you do that, you honor your culture's humility and your workplace's confidence. So let me share the three again. Frame your statements around outcomes. Use gratitude language. I'm grateful I had the opportunity to do XYZ. And three, share results, not adjectives. Remember, when you do that, you are honoring your culture's humility and your workplace confidence. Humility is beautiful, but humility without confidence can hide your light, and that doesn't serve anyone. You can be humble and powerful at the same time. It's not pride, it's clarity, it's stewardship of your story. You can be humble and powerful at the same time. It's not pride, it's clarity, it's stewardship of your story. When you speak about what you have done, you are not showing off, you are showing what is possible. So, here's my encouragement for you today. Don't let silence hide your brilliance. Don't let silence hide your accomplishments. Don't let silence hide your value. Learn to tell your story with grace and strength. Learn to tell your story with grace and strength. And I wanted to read just a little bit from my book here. It says, knowing your value, this page 14, knowing your value and being able to share it skillfully without any pride is one of the strengths that I hold dear from my culture and from the American culture. It's about humility, not false humility and timidity. You can be humble and powerful at the same time. You need to find the right balance between your values, humility, and boldness. So learn to tell your story with grace and strength. Tell me in the comments what's one thing you've achieved that you are finally ready to own out loud, and let's celebrate you together. Grab your copy of Breaking Through on Amazon. The link is in the description. Subscribe so that you don't miss next week's episode where we'll be talking about network and relationship building in the workplace. And once again, thank you for watching. Let me say a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed. I see you and I appreciate you, and I read every comment that you leave. If you haven't joined us, please join this growing community of professionals, join this growing community of immigrants, join this community of folks who want to thrive with purpose and with confidence. And if you want to keep learning, check out our other videos on emotional intelligence, toxic workplaces, office rules. This is Breaking Through Book Club BTBC, where your story becomes your strategy. You have a story, you have a voice, use it. I am Marianne Amwa. Thank you, thank you, thank you.